Do you find yourself constantly comparing your life to others? Wondering why they seem happier, more successful, or more fulfilled? What if there was a way to break free from this cycle? Have you ever felt like you're in a race, always trying to keep up with everyone else's achievements and milestones? What if you could shift your focus inward and find contentment within yourself? Picture this, you're scrolling through social media and you come across a friend's vacation photos or a colleague's promotion announcement. Suddenly, you feel a pang of envy or inadequacy. Sound familiar? Imagine two flowers in a garden. One blooms beautifully while the other struggles to grow. Instead of comparing themselves to each other, each flower focuses on its own growth and journey. Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where we explore the art of focusing on yourself, not on others. Welcome to Wisdom Woven, your guide to self-discovery and inner peace. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to join our community of seekers. Let's embark on this journey together. Lesson 1: The Power of Focus. In a world filled with distractions, the power of focus is often overlooked. Imagine trying to light a fire in the wind. It's nearly impossible without sheltering the flame. Similarly, in our lives, focusing on ourselves provides that shelter, allowing our inner fire to burn brightly. Think about a time when you were fully immersed in a task, oblivious to the world around you. That's the magic of focus. It enables us to dive deep into our passions, unlocking our fullest potential. When we focus on ourselves, we channel our energy into personal growth and self-improvement. But why is focusing on ourselves so vital? Consider this: when we constantly compare ourselves to others, we lose sight of our unique journey. It's like trying to run someone else's race. We'll never reach our true destination. By focusing inward, we honor our individuality and pave our path to fulfillment. Now, let's take a moment to welcome you to Wisdom Woven. Your support means the world to us. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to join our community of seekers and explorers. Focusing on ourselves doesn't mean shutting out the world, it means prioritizing our well-being. Just as a gardener tends to their plants, we must nurture our minds and spirits. This nurturing begins with self-awareness, the foundation of personal growth. In Buddhism, focus plays a central role in achieving enlightenment. The Buddha taught that our thoughts shape our reality, highlighting the importance of mindfulness. By training our minds to focus on the present moment, we transcend the distractions of the past and future. But focus isn't just about mindfulness, it's also about intentionality. When we focus on ourselves, we align our actions with our values and goals. This alignment brings clarity and purpose to our lives, guiding us towards greater fulfillment. In today's fast-paced world, distractions abound, pulling us away from what truly matters. Focusing on ourselves allows us to reclaim our time and attention, directing them towards what brings us joy and meaning. However, focusing on ourselves doesn't mean ignoring others. Instead, it enables us to show up fully in our relationships, bringing our authentic selves to the table. When we prioritize our well-being, we become better partners, friends, and contributors to society. Moreover, focusing on ourselves empowers us to overcome challenges and setbacks. Instead of dwelling on external circumstances, we tap into our inner strength and resilience. Like a mountain weathering the storm, we stand firm in the face of adversity. In essence, the power of focus lies in its ability to illuminate our path and ignite our inner flame. By turning our gaze inward, we embark on a journey of self-discovery and transformation. So, let us embrace the power of focus and unlock the limitless potential within us. Lesson 2: Understanding Buddhism. Buddhism, an ancient philosophy and way of life, offers profound insights into the nature of existence. At its core, Buddhism teaches that suffering is an inherent part of life but also provides guidance on how to transcend it. Imagine a journey where the destination isn't a place but a state of mind. That's Buddhism. Buddhism originated in ancient India around 2,500 years ago, founded by Siddhartha Gautama, who became known as the Buddha, meaning the Enlightened One. The Buddha's teachings spread across Asia and eventually reached the rest of the world, captivating millions with its timeless wisdom. Central to Buddhism is the Four Noble Truths, which form the foundation of the Buddha's teachings. The first truth acknowledges the reality of suffering in life, from physical pain to emotional distress. The second truth reveals the cause of suffering, our attachments and desires, which lead to dissatisfaction and discontentment. However, the Buddha didn't stop at merely identifying suffering and its causes. He also offered a path to liberation from suffering, the Noble Eightfold Path. This path consists of 8 interconnected principles, including right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. One of the key concepts in Buddhism is impermanence, the understanding that all things, including ourselves, are constantly changing. This recognition invites us to let go of attachment to transient experiences and possessions, leading to greater peace of mind and freedom from suffering. Buddhism also emphasizes the practice of mindfulness, the awareness of the present moment without judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, we can become more attuned to our thoughts, feelings, and sensations, enabling us to respond skillfully to life's challenges. Another essential aspect of Buddhism is compassion, the understanding and empathy for the suffering of others. Compassion not only fosters a sense of connection with all beings, but also inspires altruistic actions that contribute to the well-being of others. Buddhism offers various meditation techniques to cultivate mindfulness and compassion, such as breath meditation, loving-kindness meditation, and body scan meditation. These practices help quiet the mind, cultivate inner peace, and deepen our understanding of ourselves and others. One of the most well-known symbols of Buddhism is the lotus flower, which grows from the murky depths of the pond to bloom into a beautiful flower. This symbolizes the journey of spiritual awakening, transcending suffering and realizing our true nature. In essence, Buddhism teaches us to focus on the present moment, cultivate inner peace, and cultivate compassion for ourselves and others. By embracing these teachings, we can embark on a journey of self-discovery and transformation, leading to greater fulfillment and happiness in life. Lesson 3: Core Tenets of Buddhism. In the vast landscape of Buddhism, simplicity is key. At its core lie fundamental principles guiding individuals towards enlightenment and inner peace. These principles serve as beacons of wisdom in navigating life's complexities. Impermanence. Buddhism teaches that everything in the universe is subject to change. Nothing remains static, and understanding this impermanence is crucial for liberation from suffering. The law of karma: every action, whether physical, verbal, or mental, has consequences. Positive actions lead to positive outcomes, while negative actions result in suffering. The Four Noble Truths. These truths serve as the foundation of Buddhist philosophy. They acknowledge the existence of suffering, identify its causes, propose its cessation, and outline the path to achieve liberation from suffering. The Noble Eightfold Path. This path provides a practical framework for living a virtuous and fulfilling life. It encompasses right understanding, intention, speech, action, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, and concentration. Non-attachment. Central to Buddhist teachings is the idea of non-attachment, which encourages individuals to let go of cravings and desires that lead to suffering. By detaching from worldly possessions and outcomes, one can find true contentment. Compassion. Buddhism emphasizes compassion towards oneself and others. Cultivating a compassionate heart leads to greater empathy, understanding, and harmony in relationships. Mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment without judgment. It allows individuals to observe their thoughts, emotions, and sensations with clarity and acceptance. Meditation. Meditation is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice. Through meditation, one cultivates mindfulness, concentration, and insight, leading to a deeper understanding of the mind and reality. Wisdom. Buddhism encourages the development of wisdom through self-reflection, study, and contemplation. Wisdom enables individuals to discern truth from illusion and to live in alignment with universal principles. The middle way. Buddhism advocates for finding balance in all aspects of life. The middle way suggests avoiding extremes and embracing moderation in thoughts, actions, and desires. Interconnectedness. According to Buddhist philosophy, all beings are interconnected and interdependent. Recognizing this interconnectedness fosters compassion, empathy, and a sense of responsibility towards all living beings. Generosity. Generosity is a cornerstone of Buddhist ethics. By giving freely without expecting anything in return, one cultivates a spirit of generosity that brings joy and abundance to oneself and others. Patience. Patience is celebrated in Buddhism as a virtue that allows individuals to endure life's challenges with equanimity and grace. It involves accepting difficulties without resentment and persevering with determination. Humility. Humility is valued in Buddhism as a quality that fosters openness, receptivity, and humility. By acknowledging our limitations and imperfections, we cultivate a mindset of humility that promotes growth and learning. Right speech. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of speaking truthfully, kindly, and compassionately. Right speech promotes harmony, understanding, and mutual respect in communication. Ethical conduct. Ethical conduct forms the basis of a virtuous life in Buddhism. It involves abstaining from harmful actions and cultivating wholesome qualities such as honesty, integrity, and generosity. Contentment. Contentment arises from cultivating gratitude and appreciation for what one has. By letting go of desires for more and embracing simplicity, one finds true happiness and fulfillment. Self-reflection. Buddhism encourages self-reflection as a means of gaining insight into one's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Through self-reflection, individuals can identify and overcome obstacles on the path to awakening. Detachment from the ego. Buddhism teaches that the ego, or sense of self, is a source of suffering. By transcending the ego and realizing the interconnectedness of all beings, one can experience true liberation and inner peace. Continued practice. Finally, Buddhism emphasizes the importance of continuous practice and cultivation. Enlightenment is not a destination but a journey, and through diligent practice, one can progress towards greater wisdom, compassion, and freedom from suffering. Lesson 4. Letting go of comparison. Comparison is a thief of joy. How often do we find ourselves scrolling through social media, measuring our worth against the seemingly perfect lives of others? It's a common trap we all fall into. But what if we told you that you could break free from this cycle? Imagine a world where you no longer feel the need to compare yourself to others. Instead of focusing on what they have or what they've achieved, you turn your attention inward towards your own journey. This is the essence of letting go of comparison. When we constantly compare ourselves to others, we rob ourselves of our own happiness. We become so consumed with trying to keep up that we forget to appreciate what we already have. But the truth is, there will always be someone who seems to have more or be better than us in some way. And that's okay. Buddhism teaches us that each person's path is unique. We are all on our own journey, facing our own challenges and triumphs. When we understand this, we can start to let go of the need to measure ourselves against others. Think about a flower in a garden. Each flower is beautiful in its own way, unique and special. Just like the flowers, we are all unique beings, each with our own strengths and weaknesses. There is no need to compare one flower to another because each one is perfect just as it is. Letting go of comparison doesn't mean ignoring the achievements of others or pretending that differences don't exist. It simply means recognizing that our worth is not determined by how we stack up against others. Instead, it comes from within. When we let go of comparison, we free ourselves from the burden of constantly trying to measure up. We can embrace our own journey, celebrating our successes and learning from our failures without feeling the need to compete with others. So, the next time you find yourself comparing yourself to someone else, take a moment to pause and reflect. Remember that you are on your own path and your worth is not defined by anyone else's standards. Embrace your uniqueness and let go of comparison. Lesson 5. The trap of comparison. Comparison is a sneaky thief of joy. It's like a shadow that follows us everywhere, whispering in our ears, telling us we're not good enough. When we constantly compare ourselves to others, we fall into the trap of diminishing our own worth and happiness. Think about it. When you scroll through social media, what do you see? Highlight reels of people's lives, filtered and curated to perfection. It's easy to forget that behind those pictures lies a whole spectrum of human experience, including struggles, insecurities, and imperfections. But comparison doesn't just happen online. It creeps into our everyday lives, infiltrating our thoughts and actions. We compare our jobs, our relationships, our possessions, everything. And in doing so, we rob ourselves of the opportunity to appreciate what we have and who we are. The danger of comparison lies in its ability to distort reality. We see someone else's success and immediately feel inadequate. We measure our worth against their achievements, forgetting that we each have our own unique journey and timeline. Moreover, comparison breeds jealousy and resentment. Instead of celebrating others' successes, we begrudge them for having what we don't. This toxic cycle only leads to more unhappiness and dissatisfaction. It's important to remember that comparison is a losing game. There will always be someone richer, smarter, or more successful than us. But true happiness doesn't come from being better than others, it comes from being at peace with ourselves. Buddhism offers valuable insights into the dangers of comparison. The concept of mudita, or sympathetic joy, teaches us to rejoice in the happiness and success of others. By cultivating this attitude, we can free ourselves from the grip of comparison and find genuine joy in the success of others. Moreover, Buddhism emphasizes the impermanence of all things. When we realize that everything is in a constant state of flux, we stop clinging to external markers of success and focus on inner growth instead. Practicing mindfulness is another powerful tool for overcoming comparison. By staying present in the moment, we can observe our thoughts without judgment and cultivate a sense of gratitude for what we have. Ultimately, the key to escaping the trap of comparison lies in shifting our focus inward. Instead of measuring ourselves against others, we should strive to be the best version of ourselves. When we focus on our own journey and growth, comparison loses its power over us and we can find true fulfillment and contentment. Lesson 6. Embracing impermanence. Impermanence is like the weather, always changing, sometimes unpredictable. Imagine standing by a riverbank watching the water flow. Each moment, the river shifts, never the same. This constant change is the essence of impermanence. In life, just as in the river, everything flows, nothing remains static. Buddhism teaches us to embrace impermanence, to accept the transient nature of all things. This acceptance liberates us from clinging to what is fleeting and allows us to appreciate each moment fully. Consider a beautiful flower. It blooms, displaying its vibrant colors and delicate petals, but eventually it withers and fades away. This is the cycle of impermanence. Instead of mourning its passing, we can celebrate its existence and the joy it brought while it lasted. When we resist impermanence, we suffer. We grasp onto things, hoping to freeze time, but this only leads to frustration and disappointment. By accepting impermanence, we learn to let go gracefully, like releasing a balloon into the sky, allowing it to float freely. Life is a series of transitions, like chapters in a book. Each chapter has its own beginning, middle, and end. Embracing impermanence means embracing change, knowing that every ending brings a new beginning. Think about the seasons. Spring blossoms into summer, which fades into autumn, and then winter arrives. Each season has its own beauty and purpose. Without change, there would be no growth, no transformation. Impermanence reminds us to live in the present moment, to savor the richness of life here and now. It encourages us to cherish our relationships, knowing that they too are subject to change. Like sand slipping through our fingers, time is fleeting. Embracing impermanence means living fully without regrets or attachments. It is the key to finding peace amidst life's uncertainties. In the grand tapestry of existence, we are but temporary threads. Our lives intertwine with others, creating a pattern of connections. Embracing impermanence means appreciating the beauty of this intricate weave. When faced with loss or adversity, remember the words of the Buddha, "This too shall pass." Impermanence teaches us resilience, reminding us that no matter how challenging the present moment may be, it is not permanent. Just as the sun sets to rise again, so too does life continue its eternal cycle. Embracing impermanence means trusting in the rhythm of existence, knowing that each ending is a prelude to a new beginning. In the dance of impermanence, we find freedom. We release our grip on what we cannot control and flow with the currents of life. Like a leaf carried by the wind, we surrender to the beauty of the journey. By embracing impermanence, we open ourselves to the fullness of life. We become like the lotus flower, blooming gracefully amidst the ever-changing waters. Impermanence is not something to fear but to embrace, for within its embrace lies the true essence of existence. Lesson 7: Cultivating Inner Peace. In the bustling chaos of everyday life, finding inner peace might seem like an elusive dream. But what if the key to tranquility lies within our own minds? That's precisely what Buddhism teaches us, the art of cultivating inner peace. Imagine a serene pond, undisturbed by the ripples of external circumstances. That pond is your mind, and inner peace is the stillness that resides within it. In Buddhism, cultivating inner peace begins with mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in the moment. It's about observing your thoughts, emotions, and sensations without judgment or attachment. When you cultivate mindfulness, you become aware of the constant chatter of your mind, but you no longer let it control you. Instead, you learn to gently guide your attention back to the present moment where peace awaits. One powerful tool for cultivating inner peace is meditation. Through meditation, you train your mind to focus, to let go of distractions, and to find stillness amidst the chaos. It's like giving your mind a soothing massage, gently easing away tension and anxiety. And just like any skill, meditation takes practice, but the rewards are profound. Another essential aspect of cultivating inner peace is letting go of attachment. Attachment to people, possessions, or outcomes only leads to suffering. Instead, Buddhism teaches us to embrace impermanence, the understanding that everything in life is transient. When you let go of attachment, you free yourself from the roller coaster of emotions that comes with clinging to things that are fleeting. Moreover, cultivating inner peace means nurturing self-compassion. We often criticize ourselves harshly, but Buddhism teaches us to treat ourselves with kindness and understanding. Just as we would comfort a friend in distress, we should offer the same compassion to ourselves when we're struggling. It's also important to create space for silence and solitude in our lives. In the midst of constant noise and distraction, we rarely have a chance to listen to the whispers of our own hearts. But in moments of quiet reflection, we can connect with our inner selves and find the peace that eludes us in the outside world. Furthermore, cultivating inner peace involves embracing simplicity. In a world obsessed with material possessions and external success, true contentment often lies in the simplest of things: a warm cup of tea, a walk in nature, or a heartfelt conversation with a loved one. By simplifying our lives, we can reduce stress and find greater peace and fulfillment. Additionally, practicing gratitude is a powerful way to cultivate inner peace. When we focus on the blessings in our lives rather than dwelling on what we lack, we shift our perspective and invite more joy and abundance into our hearts. Gratitude reminds us of the beauty and abundance that surrounds us, even in the midst of challenges. Moreover, cultivating inner peace means embracing forgiveness. Holding on to grudges only poisons our hearts with resentment and anger. But when we forgive others and ourselves, we release the burden of the past and make space for healing and growth. Ultimately, cultivating inner peace is a lifelong journey. It's about making conscious choices every day to nurture our minds, hearts, and spirits. And while the path may be challenging at times, the rewards, greater joy, resilience, and serenity are well worth the effort. So, take a moment to pause, to breathe, and to connect with the peace that lies within you. Lesson 8: Practicing Mindfulness. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, it's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of thoughts, worries, and distractions. But amidst this chaos, there exists a powerful tool that can anchor us to the present moment: mindfulness. Imagine this: you're sitting in a quiet room, eyes closed, focusing only on your breath. As you inhale, you feel the cool air entering your nostrils. As you exhale, you sense the warmth leaving your body. This simple act of mindful breathing brings you back to the here and now, away from the worries of the past and the anxieties of the future. Mindfulness is about paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It's about observing our thoughts, feelings, and sensations with curiosity and kindness. When we practice mindfulness, we become aware of the constant chatter in our minds and learn to gently guide our attention back to the present moment. One way to cultivate mindfulness is through meditation. Meditation provides a structured space for us to sit quietly and observe our inner experiences. By focusing on our breath, bodily sensations, or sounds around us, we train our minds to become more present and aware. But mindfulness isn't just about meditation, it's a way of life. It's about bringing awareness to every aspect of our daily activities, whether it's eating, walking, or even washing the dishes. By doing so, we can fully immerse ourselves in the richness of each moment, finding beauty and joy in the ordinary. Practicing mindfulness can have profound effects on our well-being. Research has shown that it reduces stress, anxiety, and depression while improving attention, memory, and emotional regulation. By being more present and attentive, we can savor life's pleasures and navigate its challenges with greater resilience and clarity. In Buddhism, mindfulness is considered one of the essential components of the Eightfold Path, the guiding principles for living a harmonious and fulfilling life. By cultivating mindfulness, we cultivate wisdom, compassion, and inner peace. So how can we start practicing mindfulness in our own lives? It begins with small, simple steps. We can set aside a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on our breath. We can bring awareness to our daily activities, savoring each moment as it unfolds. As we continue to cultivate mindfulness, we may notice subtle shifts in our perception of ourselves and the world around us. We may become more attuned to our emotions and thoughts, more compassionate towards ourselves and others. And in the process, we may discover a deeper sense of connection, presence, and joy. So let's take a moment to pause, to breathe, to be fully present. For in this moment, we have everything we need to find peace, happiness, and wisdom. Lesson 9. Nurturing self-compassion. In the journey of focusing on oneself, one of the most crucial aspects is nurturing self-compassion. Self-compassion is about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend. It involves acknowledging your own suffering and responding to it with warmth and care. Imagine a close friend going through a tough time. You wouldn't criticize or judge them harshly. Instead, you would offer them words of encouragement, support, and understanding. In the same way, it's essential to extend that same compassion to yourself when facing challenges or setbacks. Self-compassion involves three key components: self-kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness. Firstly, self-kindness means being gentle and understanding with yourself, especially during difficult times. Instead of being self-critical, practice speaking to yourself with kindness and encouragement. Secondly, recognizing our common humanity reminds us that we're not alone in our struggles. Everyone experiences pain, failure, and imperfection at some point in their lives. Understanding this shared experience helps us feel more connected and less isolated in our difficulties. Mindfulness plays a crucial role in self-compassion by allowing us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment. It involves being present in the moment and acknowledging our feelings with openness and acceptance. Instead of suppressing or denying our emotions, we can learn to validate them and respond to them with compassion. Practicing self-compassion can have profound effects on our well-being. Research has shown that individuals who are more self-compassionate tend to have lower levels of anxiety, depression, and stress. They also experience greater resilience in the face of challenges and setbacks. To nurture self-compassion, it's essential to cultivate a supportive inner dialogue. Pay attention to the way you talk to yourself and strive to replace self-criticism with self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a loved one. Another powerful way to nurture self-compassion is through self-care practices. Take time to engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Whether it's spending time in nature, practicing mindfulness meditation, or indulging in a hobby, prioritize activities that nourish your soul. It's also helpful to challenge unrealistic expectations and perfectionistic tendencies. Understand that it's okay to make mistakes and that imperfection is a natural part of being human. Embrace your flaws and shortcomings with self-compassion, knowing that they don't define your worth. Building self-compassion is a gradual process that requires patience and perseverance. Be gentle with yourself as you navigate this journey, and remember that self-compassion is not about being self-indulgent or selfish. Instead, it's about fostering a deep sense of care and kindness towards yourself. As you cultivate self-compassion, you'll likely notice a shift in your relationship with yourself and others. You'll become more resilient in the face of challenges, more accepting of your flaws, and more empathetic towards others. Ultimately, nurturing self-compassion is a powerful way to enhance your overall well-being and lead a more fulfilling life. Lesson 10: The Path to Self-Discovery. Imagine embarking on a journey not to distant lands, but deep within yourself. This journey is about discovering who you truly are beyond societal expectations and external influences. Self-discovery is a path of exploration where each step leads you closer to your authentic self. It's a journey without a map where you rely on your intuition and inner wisdom to guide you. Self-discovery begins with self-awareness, the ability to observe your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors without judgment. Take a moment to pause and reflect on your experiences, allowing yourself to delve into the depths of your being. As you journey inward, you may uncover hidden passions, talents, and desires that have long been dormant. Embrace these discoveries with curiosity and openness, recognizing that they are integral parts of who you are. Self-discovery also involves confronting your fears, insecurities, and limiting beliefs that hold you back from fully expressing yourself. It's about facing the shadows within you and embracing them with love and compassion. Along the way, you may encounter challenges and obstacles that test your resolve and determination. Remember that these challenges are opportunities for growth and self-transformation. Cultivate resilience and perseverance as you navigate the twists and turns of your inner journey. Surround yourself with supportive friends, mentors, and communities who uplift and inspire you on your path. Share your discoveries with others, knowing that your journey may serve as a beacon of light for those still searching for themselves. Celebrate every milestone and breakthrough, no matter how small, as each one brings you closer to living a life aligned with your true essence. Self-discovery is not a destination but a lifelong process of evolution and self-realization. Embrace the journey, knowing that every experience, whether joyful or challenging, contributes to your growth and evolution. Trust in the wisdom of your inner guide and follow the path that resonates with your heart and soul. May your journey of self-discovery be filled with wonder, joy, and infinite possibilities as you awaken to the truth of who you are. Conclusion. In the end, remember this: your journey of self-discovery is like a beautiful tapestry woven with threads of mindfulness, compassion, and inner peace. By focusing on yourself and embracing the wisdom of Buddhism, you can unlock the door to true happiness and fulfillment. So, take a deep breath, trust in your own path, and let your light shine bright. Remember, the most precious treasure you seek lies within you. Embrace it, cherish it, and let it guide you on your journey. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of self-discovery. Stay tuned for more insights and wisdom from Wisdom Woven. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to keep the journey alive.